It's not on Instagram. I don't know what happened.
Okay, I don't even see us though.
I know we in black. They can hear us, but let's get it started.
What's up, Three Black Guys with the Mic fam? This episode is powered by BWP Marketing and Hype Voice Creative. If you want to support the show, we would really appreciate that. Head over to our YouTube channel and click the subscribe button. Also, head over to soundcloud.com/Three Black Guys with the Mic and subscribe to our SoundCloud channel. And don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you get this podcast. And if you want to support us financially, it's all good. Drop something in our Cash App at Three Black Guys Mic. And now, let's start the show.
First of all, let me tell you something. Lamont is just full of shit.
Sometimes my mama said, when you don't have nothing nice to say, you should be quiet.
People say that Stephen A. is a coon. You agree with that? Everybody got quiet on that one? Okay, Lamont, go ahead.
Rudy Giuliani practices voodoo. So he put a voodoo hex on my girl, Hillary, and that's why she got woozy. And the Secret Service had to prop her up and put her in the van.
But take us to a break, my dude.
It was voodoo, son.
I don't know about that voodoo.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Three Black Guys with a Mic.
What is really good? Welcome to Three Black Guys with the Mic. Yes. What's up, gentlemen?
What up?
What's up, sir?
Up?
This is the podcast where where politics and pop culture meet, hip hop, debate style. I'm still trying to get that together, Lamont. Sorry. So this
I would
is the podcast where
appreciate
politics meet pop culture and hip hop debate style. We changed our tagline, so I had to get that correct. So
Thank you,
I'm
sir.
Spud, along with my man Lamont Hayes and Maynard Scales tonight. Got a couple things we got to debate: Kanye West for president, as well as who's lying here. August Alsina or Jada Pinkett?
Oh, are we supposed to get that started? We starting off hot like that?
Yes.
Woo!
Plus, we'll see
Wait,
about
wait,
the
wait,
village
wait,
and who
wait,
is
wait,
going to
wait.
get the cactus? Who is going to get the cactus this week? Real quick, want to let you know that Three Black Guys with the Mic is sponsored by Rugged Evolution. Rugged Evolution has 16 all-natural oil shampoos, balms, and accessories for all your beard needs, gentlemen. All your beard needs. So, Rugged is the new smooth. Go to RuggedEVO.com and use the code 3GUYS, lowercase, 3GUYS001 to receive 10% off of your purchase. Also, if you're listening to us or watching us on Facebook and YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button on Facebook. Ding! Give us one of these so that way we continue to, be able to grow the podcast. Also, make sure you go to soundcloud.com/Three Black Guys with the Mic and subscribe to our SoundCloud channel. Now, I know who I'm voting for president.
I'm sorry.
Got my vote.
Wait. We got some other business to take care of before we get to the foolishness. Can we address a couple of things really quickly, please?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, first of all, this just in. Our home girl Keisha down in the ATL, she got the Rona.
Yep,
So
I was about to say that.
Okay, so we need to send our shouts and prayers to the home girl. She had a lot on her plate past couple weeks. You know what I'm saying?
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, and we saw what happened in ATL over the weekend with the plethora of shootings that was going on, and the young 8-year-old that got, unfortunately she lost her life, and we also got to give another shout out to our homeboy Ricky Smiley, because his daughter got shot over the weekend in Houston. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that part.
Yeah,
I saw him posted with her, but I didn't see that she got shot.
Yeah, but the last updates that I got, and even what he's been posting, is that she did have a surgery. She is going to be fine. But just the simple fact from, what I understand and what people at radio are saying is she was just out with some friends getting hamburgers, bro. You know what I mean? So, we definitely want to reach out to, and put our virtual arms around, a lot of our extended family from across the country, man, because it's real wicked out here. You know what I'm saying? Really wicked.
It's serious out here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really when you talk about, Keisha Lance Bottoms, she get the, coronavirus. She tested positive. That means everybody can definitely get it, because, it's Secret Service around her. I mean, what I'm saying? She got her upfront team. She got bodyguards. She got security. So everywhere she's going, she's definitely protected. So
Right.
This thing is not immune to anybody, no matter how much money you got, how much money you don't have.
So
So now we can get into the foolishness?
Man. Yeah, let's get to the foolishness.
Okay. So, Kanye West for president. What is this all about? Why is this now the second time that we are having this conversation about Kanye running for president? I mean, he put on Twitter that he was running for president, and he was for real this time. And he got the 2020 vision happening. What is really good with Kanye? I mean, is this like some more jokes, or is he really trying to make this run? Don't everybody talk at one time.
Yo, man. Let's back up. First of all, I'll say his qualifications are as good as Donald Trump's.
True.
Financially, I would say he's been more successful than Donald Trump. Nobody handed Kanye $200 million as an 8-year-old child. He built his hundred millions of dollars pretty much on his, he did that. Donald Trump didn't. So at least he's as successful financially. Popularity-wise, I mean, he's got a fairly significant social media following and cult, what do they call it? Whatever, that cult following kind of deal. And so
he got a movement. He got a tribe.
If that's all it takes, this doesn't say anything to me about Kanye West. If he gets 200,000 votes across the country, what this says to me is that we're just stupid as people.
Or is it just change? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, America wanted change with Barack. America wanted change with Trump. Maybe America wants change with Kanye.
Let's be honest. Don't we want to get somebody who has some reasonable experience like, do you really want the guy who basically went on TV in the middle of television and just said, George Bush don't like black people? Do you want him? Right? We don't want Donald Trump either.
It's the same thing as Donald Trump saying that, we got people dying like they've never died before.
Right. And so now we got to get away from that. We don't want to go deeper into that. We want to go away. Carol Ann, run away from the light. Carol Ann, come back.
So let me ask you a question, Maynard. And Spuds, you can take a stab at this too. So Maynard, your beautiful daughter is what? 11 years old? 10? Yep. Is it 10 or 11?
11.
If you needed a babysitter, would you let Kanye West babysit your daughter?
Absolutely not.
Okay, stop. Spud. Deshaun, yes, he's a man, a young man. But let's take some years away, and let's just say Deshaun was 12. He needed a babysitter. Would you feel comfortable?
Yes. Huh? My answer is yes. I want him to go over to the Kardashians. I want him to slide down a slide. I want him to be in the backyard. I want him to take my child everywhere they can take him. Go on and take him. You want to take him shopping? Fine with me. Take him down, you know what I'm saying? Get him all the Yeezys.
Listen, bro. Listen.
I'm just kidding. No.
All I'm saying is that at the end of the day, Kanye is like, he's a big kid. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't he say he was like clinically not having some issues not so far in the recent past?
Right. He's still trying to figure out his mental health piece.
At the end of the day,
just because you got, clinical issues doesn't mean that you can't run for president.
Right. If you got some clinical issues and you're managing that and you've done well and you've not been sporadic, then hey, but we also know it was a minute ago when he was like, slavery was a choice and all these crazy. He's always had all these wild outbursts that are just, it's over the top.
Well, and this is my opinion. And again, everyone has one. I've said on this podcast, I've said it in private. I still believe Donald Trump does drugs. Like, he gets high. He acts like a dope fiend. To me, I've seen dope fiend. I'm not rocking out with somebody else that has a tendency to be a dope fiend. And Kanye has a tendency, you know what I mean? Erratic behavior.
Even if he had a better plan for America than both of the two candidates right now, you still wouldn't vote for him?
God, no.
No.
God, no.
See, look, listen, here's my plan for America. Tell me if you're going to vote. I'm going to erase all debt for everybody. Everybody gets to eat and live for free forever. And
that's my vote.
You can get medicine. I got the dopest, fountain of youth, and you can have it.
Wait, first of all, the dopest is already off.
That's a problem. But listen, Mr. Civics 101. I'm sorry, Mr. Civics 401. That's the highest, right? I guess in civics, whatever.
I mean, you can go 500 and 600 level courses if you
right. Okay, Civics 601. You know, he can talk all he wants. It's like Donald Trump. At the end of the day, if you don't have the House and the Senate to rock with you, it ain't going down like that.
Hold on. This is what I'm gonna say. My plan
is that the House and the
I'm gonna do it all for you. I'm gonna come to everybody's house and I'm gonna clean your houses for you. It's a plan, but you can't actually. You can't do it.
No.
All right, so speaking of plans, let's talk about the plan for Black America. You know, the blacks, you know, have the attention right now. There's a lot going on. This is a lot going on. And then this is just my personal opinion. There's just a lot going on right now when it comes to the attention of what Black America is getting. And I feel, and I could be wrong, this is where you guys come in, where I feel like there's no clear direction of what is happening. I mean, I saw Ice Cube's plan for, you know, Black America. You know, you got Black Lives Matter saying what they want. You got a lot of these different movements saying, you know, what it is that they feel Black people deserve, need, what we should do. In your case, let's start with you, Maynard. What is the plan for Black America?
I think the plan for Black America. Well, let me say this: we're talking about largely in part about Ice Cube's piece, right?
Right.
And I would say, I think that what Ice Cube put together is a good start. There's some pieces that I might not agree with totally, and some pieces I agree with wholeheartedly. And Ice Cube basically invited everybody to say, you know, pick it apart, figure out what you like, what you don't like, add to it, take away, whatever the case may be. I think the big plan is not necessarily a huge fat check to everybody, but a lot of what he said is the investment piece into building the businesses, building the communities, and building the foundation for Black people to go to the next level and do the things that they want. And also that was college. That was he discussed business. He discussed entrepreneurship. He discussed education. He discussed investment in communities, or like some of the big pillars. There are other things, not all of which I'm all that gung ho about, but you know, I think it's a good start.
Well, I just think we should shout out to the guy that wrote "Fuck the Police" is out here giving economic plans. You got to give him a W. I mean, are we there yet? You know what I mean? Your death certificate. Friday. I mean, it's like that in itself was like amazing. I don't know who's qualified for Black America for the plan. I think, again, you know, I think overall, I don't know if we have the proper organization for us to implement the plan, because I do think you have to have some sort of organization. I think we got to just kind of like all over the place. We're kind of like the NBA and the CBA. You know what I mean? You remember that, Maynard. You know, you got all of these leagues and everybody just playing basketball. It's just kind of all over the place. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody wants to do this. You do a little of this, a little of that. And, you know, I don't know. I don't have the answer, but it's just, you know, I think we got to get a little bit more organized on our level. You know what I mean?
How do we get the organization? Does the organization come from, you know, starting with Ice Cube's plan? Let's just say, you know what I'm saying, we started with Ice Cube's plan. And then we threw, you know, Ice Cube threw the ball to Kamala Harris and, you know what I'm saying, Sleepy Joe. I mean, I'm sorry, Uncle Joe. You know, I'm sorry, my bad.
We know somebody's voting for Kanye or Trump.
Or, you know what I'm saying, with John Lewis or whatever. I mean, I think that there has to be some sort of structure to this scenario, and then, you know, it can kind of, you know, trickle down. But I agree. I think Ice Cube's plan, you know, is a really good start. I think that, you know, Ice Cube coming together with Black Lives Matter and, you know, AOC and all of these different, you know what I'm saying, organizations. I think that, you know what I'm saying, somebody needs to have a sit down. Everybody needs to have a meeting.
Well, let me just add this too, Spud, and this is what I believe, is I think in the plan, it needs to be understood that some of it's generational, that some of the plan we're not going to be around to see, because I think this is about, you know, realistically when Deshaun is a grandfather, you know what I mean, about some of our labor that we put in today is going to be able to benefit his grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? I think we got to have that, a little bit of that, of an understanding, because I think of a lot of us are like, okay, What can we do right now to affect some change right now? And that's to say that you don't affect change now, but I think we got to be a little bit more in the long range planning. What they call it, Maynard? Urban planning? Is that what they call it?
Yes.
Yes. we need to get it. We need to get into that game. You know what I'm saying?
I think
into the long range game. Because I think a lot of our game is short. You know what I mean? We trying to run the ball 2 yards, 3 yards, and we just, our playbook is limited. So we got to figure that part out.
You want to expand, Maynard?
No, I don't really have. That's how you debate, Lamont. Now that's how you debate.
I mean, that's what it is, man. It's like, again, I hate to say that, but it's like, I think I heard someone say this, that one of the, my favorite guy, you guys don't like him, but that's okay. He was talking about how a descendant.
Wait, who's the favorite guy?
Tariq Nasheed is my guy.
I like Tariq.
You know he's going to be rocking with Tariq.
Tariq talks shit.
I ain't got no problems with him.
He always says something foul just because. But he just talked about, something recently about how, realistically, from an economic perspective, slavery was not that long ago, man. Just the economic effects of it. And for us to be post-slavery, we still gonna need like another 50 to 75 to 100 years to at least create a little bit of balance.
Well, let me speak to that real quick. You're right. Slavery was not that long ago, but it's not that part that I think that we, this whole thing is about an iceberg, right? We see slavery at the tip of the iceberg, but what's underneath the water. So remember, the Titanic didn't sink because it hit the top of the iceberg. It sank because it hit something under the water. And what we ain't seeing is Jim Crow was in, basically our lifetimes, right?
So shouldn't we add that into the slavery mix? Don't we put that in the gumbo pot?
If you want to call it that, yeah. But I get, certainly if you're being inclusive of that, but I think we need to separate the concepts, because when you say slavery, other people would just say, oh, well, that ended in 1865, 1867. That was so long ago. You weren't a slave. But we suffered, at least my father certainly, and my mother certainly, and people just a few years older than us certainly, went through a time, right? I was born in 71. There were people who had to go to separate bathrooms in 67, 65. We know that I was watching TV this past weekend and they were talking about the Little Rock Nine. And you got to say, like, the people who are capable of yelling and punching and hitting this young girl just walking to school, like her crime literally was just trying to go to school. That was the only thing she was doing. And you can act and treat her that way, and nobody went to jail. Nobody got arrested for harassing this girl and throwing rocks at her and all these kinds of things. Those people, many of which aren't dead. If you were,
she's still alive. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about the people
who actually did the assault,
right,
on the child,
right. And so in 1957, for instance, my father was 12. He's 75 now. He's still with me. So that means that there are lots of people who went to school with that girl, who called her nigger, who, treated her with disrespect, who did things to her to harm her. They were 12 years old, and they are still with us. And they raised children who raised children who raised children who very well may be harboring those same racial issues. Somebody is teaching Dylan Roof at 19 years of age to kill black people.
Okay, so Maynard, let me ask you this question. And Spud, please forgive me. I need to hijack, okay? So I read the headlines. The headline of the Supreme Court today and a decision in reference to the Electoral College. Maynard, you are Civics 601 graduate, whatever. When we talk about this Electoral College, which we use today, am I correct?
Yeah.
Right? This was a system that was created. Why? Why was this country not built on the one man, one vote concept? I know the answer. I just want to hear the civics version. You feel what I'm saying? We're still today, we still have this argument being argued in the Supreme Court of the United States of America. Go.
Because it's better. No, it's not better. No, because of slavery, it gave power to less populated states, so that they would have similar powers to larger majority states. And in some respect, there's some beauty in it that you could, New York can't just have their way and Iowa just has to live with it. But at the end of the day, what it ultimately was a way to give southern states that were not nearly as densely populated with citizens a way to compete for the electoral process with states that had larger populations. And that gave the South the votes it needed to continue to push its agenda. So it's largely a throwback to slavery, and it needs to go.
So isn't that part of the slavery gumbo that we still are digesting in 2020?
Put them all in the pot. I'm with you. Stir it up. I'm with it.
That's all I'm asking. So I'm just, when we hear the argument or the conversation about, well, that happened so long ago, when you start to really examine, and again, when I saw and really read what the ruling said today, again, I didn't know. I thought if your state says you vote for X, I thought that's what the Electoral College representative is supposed to vote. But that ain't the case. They can pretty much vote for who they want to vote for.
Spud, look how popular, look how powerful Lamont just became.
But I'm saying, Maynard, as we out here playing these games, worried about.
Well, what's the games though, Lamont?
Because people don't understand that portion is that even with. And you all gonna get mad at me. Part of the argument for some who said your vote doesn't count, it does have some sort of valid, although small, basis to it. Because if you vote for X, but the electoral person in your state says, no, we voting for Y,
right,
then why the hell did I vote? And all of us won to vote for X. By sheer numbers.
That's going to be the big question, you know what I'm saying? Will this generation, everybody who's out there, protesting, everybody's out there who's, in the Black Lives Matter movement, everybody who's out here talking about we want change, we want to do all these different things. Are these same people going to show up to the polls in November? One, everybody young and their millennials. And then two, because of the same thing that you just said, because they don't ultimately believe that their vote counts.
I don't know. This is a mess. I have learned this the other day. And if we don't talk about Hamilton on this podcast today, I'm going to have a fit because I'm on Hamilton overload. But I've figured out that...
Take your 4th of July weekend and decide to stream it on Amazon, on Disney Plus this weekend?
Well, I'm going to keep it a buck.
You got it on bootleg.
You said who?
You got a bootleg of it.
No, I would never disrespect the homie like that. No.
No. He doesn't use the bootlegs anymore. He does the Fire Stick. The Fire Stick.
That's
not on Fire Stick.
That's not on Fire Stick.
No, but with Verizon, if you got the Verizon plan and unlimited whatever, you click on it, you get the Disney for free for like a year.
Oh.
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you need to go.
I don't have.
Yeah, and put that down. But anyway. This whole thing of the United States of America, the states are not united, and they haven't been since this whole thing came put together. And every state, I hate to say it, a lot of them has their own little way of doing things and thinking as it is today and as it was when this whole thing started. That's just what it is. So I think there's a lot of hypocrisy even in the term the United States of America, because they're not united. Not at all. But that's a whole nother thing. But if you ain't watched Hamilton and you claim you down with hip hop, you a sucker. Because that's the most hip hop Broadway thing that I saw in person and relived it on Disney Plus, bro. I'm sorry.
Right, this is a quick sidebar. I saw it live. I haven't seen it on the Disney joint, which I'm sure is probably the same. That is the best production I've ever seen in my entire life.
Ever in my life.
There's absolutely nothing other than On the Run Part 2.
Right.
Other than that, there is nothing stage-wise that touches that. That was the most
can't say that you like Big Daddy Kane or that you like Rakim and you don't rock out to this. It's no way.
Okay.
It's not.
Can we get back on the train now? Can we get back on the train?
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, cool.
I'm sorry.
Are people going to show up to polls in November?
Yes.
Is this generation going to, show up in November?
Yes.
Banner.
I think this generation, there's so much energy out there.
Because you call it a movement. You call it a moment. You call it a movement.
I think it's a moment. I don't think it's a movement, but I think there's a lot of energy. I mean, movements take a long time, but there's a lot of energy today. We'll see if it becomes a movement and it sticks around and it has the perseverance to be, in this atmosphere for 10, 15, 20 years. Lamont basically said a moment ago that this plan for Black America is a long-term plan. It's urban planning, and it will take a little bit of time.
Okay.
So that means that, Sleepy Joe's not going to win in November? That's basically what you're saying.
I didn't say that.
I mean, the numbers got him up right now. What you trying to say? The numbers don't matter?
Yeah, but the numbers, what does that have to do with anything? Oh. The numbers are, that is what it is. The numbers have Hillary up as well.
So why do we even go? Why do we even put numbers out then? Why do we pay attention to that?
Because it's something to talk about. The media has to have something to talk about.
Because back in the early 80s, CNN created a 24-hour news network and everybody followed. And you got to have something to fill up all that time.
Gotcha. Kind of like satellite radio. Gotcha.
Clicks and views, baby.
Gotcha.
Clicks and views.
Gotcha.
What do you think? Did you see what Styles P said about supporting Trump?
Next.
Yeah, I saw Styles. Shout out to Styles, my guy. What's up?
What's wrong with Styles?
Right, you got a problem with LOX? What you got, man?
That the Democrats has not done anything for Black folks, and there's no receipts from Democrats on Black folks. So why would he be voting for Democrats?
Okay.
I would like to hear that argument.
I'd like to hear the argument that the Republicans have.
I mean, Donald Trump has, got a couple of Black people win.
Who?
Donald Trump
he gave your HBU some money.
Every president they've been giving HBCUs money forever.
That's fine. But he did that under his administration. So you got to give him that.
Reform.
That's nothing.
I mean, criminal justice reform.
Huh?
He did do criminal justice reform.
Who did?
Donald Trump.
What criminal justice reform you talking about? What bill you talking about?
And Van Jones and Kim Kardashian.
Did a bill pass? A bill pass I didn't know about?
He's still gonna get that credit though, man.
There's no
he did let a couple people slide, bro. Let's keep it a buck.
Slide what? What are you talking about?
He let a couple of the homies out, man. Come on now.
He doesn't have to let a couple of the homies out. It's still on his record. He still is going to have that as a credit.
Right. It's during his term.
You know what's funny? I'm always curious to know. Every time, why can't you give Donald Trump any props, man?
Yeah, why can't you give him nothing?
All right, so here's the thing. I'll
go back
to it again. He's unpresidential. But let's talk about where we are. The idea that there are 130-some thousand people who have died from this virus, and he continues to say it's no big deal. Now, where Black people are concerned, the virus has caused this huge unemployment that occurred. It hurt Black people more on the unemployment side than it did anyone else. Also, where Black people are concerned, the virus has been more lethal to Black people than anyone else. And he just says, it's going to magically disappear. That's helping us? No.
I'm just curious. No,
but you still didn't answer the question, Maynard. Or you still didn't. And the question was,
every single time we have a conversation about Donald Trump,
share with me something.
You always pivot to what he's not doing.
Share with me something that Donald Trump has done that's worthy of praise, and and if it is, I'll cop to it.
So, well, let me ask you this, and Spud, I want to stay on this with you. Because Maynard said, when we talked about, and again, this is just the HBCU thing for the Blacks, you said just because another president did the same thing, he shouldn't get his credit for that.
I'm saying it's standard. It's standard. It's been baked in the pie. If you're that's like giving them credit for the sun rising. It's happened. Every president has done that.
I'm seeing props 4 years later, and I don't know if those props are still lingering on.
Are you suggesting that there was not money going to HBCUs under Bush under.
I'm not suggesting that. I'm just only merely saying
thing.
Every time we have a conversation about Donald Trump,
he's an idiot. I mean, look at all the stupid stuff. I literally can just go back and say every stupid thing he's done, and it just we forget because he's filled the channel up with 17 billion stupid things. Okay, he's going to build a wall, of which he's built about 3 miles. Okay, whatever. The Mexicans are going to pay for it. All the Mexicans are rapists, he said. Okay, well, that's presidential. He said, oh, black countries or countries where black people come from are asshole or shithole countries. Yeah, that makes me, that endears me to him. Look, this is the craziest thing. Donald Trump Jr. takes a meeting with the Russians before he becomes president. That he decides to write this letter, Donald Trump Sr., that it was about adoption. What? Where's this new adoption legislation that obviously was so important that he had to take this meeting? That didn't happen.
So let me ask you this, man.
Anything but cover
so let me ask you this,
man.
man. Let me ask you this. We got your point. Because you're not going to answer the question, and Spud, we just need to.
I'm just saying, give me something.
Hold up, wait, my brother, hold up. So Spud, just put this on the board. Maynard won't answer the question, and that's fine.
I get
so
it.
Maynard, I'm gonna see if you answer this question. During the 2 terms of Barack Hussein Obama, did he do everything correctly, and did he do everything in a positive nature in terms of the black community?
I think he did everything positive. I don't think he did everything correctly. I think he did everything positive in terms of the country.
Name something that he's done for the black community. Though.
Yeah, one thing that Barack did for blacks.
So
don't give me the Obamacare.
Why not?
Hit me with the Obama.
That is a huge.
That was not just for us.
Single parent households are more likely or less likely to be in black communities. More likely. Okay, that's fine. That means that there's a strain on each dollar. Protecting our families with health care is a huge up. That means that those dollars that would normally be going to pay for health care can now pay for food, or can now pay for education, or now pay for investments. That's a huge up. I don't understand what.
But that wasn't just for the black community. What I'm saying, that was the question.
The coronavirus didn't hurt the black community only, but it hurt us worse. And the healthcare didn't help the black community only, but it helped them most. So it's just you got to just see it that way. There's nothing else to say.
Spud, thank you for turning me into a Donald Trump apologist on this podcast, because here's where Maynard is 100% wrong. No one president, whether it be Barack, Donald, George, or Daddy, or we can keep going back, none of them were all good or none of them were all bad. I think, and I could be wrong, there's some things that Donald may have done for our community that he has helped. It may not have even been on purpose. It may have just been an after effect, a byproduct.
I think it was by accident.
Yeah, totally by accident, because we are not his priority, and I get it. And we can say what we want, but Spud, I don't know how this is going to shake long term, because we had this coronavirus conversation about unemployment benefits and things of that nature. Remember, we were having a conversation of people who have made more money than what they did when they were working. And all of that kind of was basically because of, I don't know, you got to put a mixture of all that with Donald. And a lot of people were saying, I was in this group chat, they were talking about, well, Lamont, do you think that would have happened under Barack? I'm like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
It did happen under Barack.
You said it did?
Yeah. When we went into recession, I mean, people was getting some unemployment.
Oh, they was getting money? Okay, got it.
They weren't getting that CARES Act. They weren't getting that CARES Act money.
Let's just think about this. Barack came in, there was this thing called the financial crisis, where they were basically telling us, tomorrow you might go to the ATM machine and nothing comes out. The money that you put in, your hard-earned money, they weren't sure it was going to be there. So he kind of has, the first year or two.
I really wasn't focused on black folks, though.
Yes, not at all.
Who cares about focusing on black? If they don't fix
that.
Who
cares about focusing on black folks?
Listen to me, Spud. If you don't fix the financial crisis, if that doesn't happen, a U.S. dollar is worthless. It wouldn't matter.
No, I get it, and I understand.
So if you don't fix that, then So I'm just
Let
saying.
me know if I'm
listen,
hearing
listen
you
for one moment. Maybe he might have been a little bit busy working on the financial crisis. He also invested $4 billion in his administration into HBCUs. What did Donald Trump do? How much was it?
Man,
Well, you just said it was baked in the pie, so Donald gave a couple chips too.
Right, but I'm saying we act as if. Hold on. Barack
So you praise Barack when he does it, but
hold on.
Donald does the same thing. And
all I'm saying is, I didn't give Barack props. I'm saying y'all didn't give him the props.
You just was in there with your pom poms. He gave $4 billion.
You're not understanding what I'm saying, Lamont. What I said is this: every president has done it, but y'all act as if Donald Trump did something that nobody had ever done.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Here's what I think I hear you saying, Lamont. I mean, Maynard. Correct me if I'm wrong. You are saying that, or this is what it seems like you're saying, because Barack did these things for America, that black people got the benefit from it. That's what it feels like you're saying. I don't hear you saying that there is this one specific focused initiative that has something to do with the African American community that Barack Obama has done. LGBTQ definitely. Now that we can pull up. But, and this is fine. Barack is still my guy. And I understand the scenario in the situation. Cool, it's not a diss. It just is what it is.
Okay.
And again, to Lamont's point, I say this and I'm done. To Lamont's point, no one's praising Donald Trump for the things that he has done for the black community. Those things were done based off of accident. In my opinion, criminal justice reform and the First Step Act, if it wasn't for Kim Kardashian and, Cut 50 and all that other stuff, Donald Trump would have been like, I don't even know what this is. Like, what is this? But because Kim Kardashian was a celebrity and because that's how he rolls, he's like, oh, shoot, of course I'll do this. So these things are not done because these are his initiatives. These things are done because he just so happened to be in the White House at the right time.
And you wait, hold up, Maynard. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm done. Your man Bolton, he said this the other day when he did an interview. Donald doesn't even read like that. You feel what I'm saying? Donald, dude said like Barack would get up every day and he would have hours and hours worth of briefings with his people. He would go over the notes. He's like, yo, Donald, he's just coming in. All right, what we doing today? All right, cool. All right, I'm out.
With the Big Mac and the fries?
Right. And all right, I'm out. So, Maynard, you're right. Dude is trash. We all know he's trash. You feel what I'm saying? But you can't say that what Barack did and when he did it, it was great. And then
I didn't say that.
The Trumpster does the same thing and he's trash.
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
You were dancing when you said $4 billion.
No, you are selectively listening to the stuff I say. What I'm trying to explain to you is this. Barack did more positive things and he ran the country better. Now, Barack did education reform, and largely that was to help us because before that it was George Bush's No Child Left Behind, which left behind as many black children as he possibly could. Race to the Top changed that. So that's one thing. He strengthened the social safety nets. Hell, just fixing the economy. We sit here, Donald Trump says, oh, black people are lowest unemployment rate in history. Okay, whatever. Remember, Barack took it.
But why?
Oh my God! Let me fucking finish.
Because he has the lowest unemployment for black people in history. But automatically, you're like, oh, that's something that Barack did.
Well, let's keep in mind.
Give a man a little bit of pride.
Spud, keep in mind when Barack came into office, unemployment was at 10. He took it to 4.9. Everybody in the country won as a result. Donald Trump has taken unemployment from 4.9 to like 3.9. It was already going in that direction.
Wait, hold up, Maynard. I'm gonna tell you why everybody didn't win. You know why? Because Barack took more of my money, bro. For them 8. Let's keep it a buck.
Okay, I'm good.
Barack hurt this black family. But I was down for the greater good. Okay, I got you. But let's not have that. Barack was all a utopia for the black community because there was a lot of blacks that he was not.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna leave that alone.
All right, let's see why Lamont is in his feelings. Lamont, what are you in your feelings about this week, my guy? Other than Barack Obama. I'm just kidding.
Now, we love B-Rock. You know what I'm saying?
No, B-Rock is a man.
Yeah. I think the baby girl just had a birthday. She's 21 now, so it's like...
Still smoking weed and everything.
Yeah, they getting it popping, man. So, I'm just in my feelings real quick today, man, because I'm going to hurry and let you get to the floor, man.
Oh, my God. It's 40 minutes. We've been gone too far. Okay, go ahead real quick.
Yeah. Just about this gun violence. I mean, we all saw the numbers. Atlanta, Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, Patterson, D.C., we got to get together, man. I don't know what it is. I know gun violence has always been in our community. I don't know if it's hot. I know I heard one chief talk about it's summertime. People are cooped up. I don't know what it is, man, but we got to get it together, man. We got a lot of problems out here. And the gun violence it just ain't helping, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. We just need to pray I don't know, call on white Jesus. I don't know what we need to do, Maynard. But we got to get this gun violence under control.
I mean, but how do you do that? I mean,
I don't know. Maynard, Civic 601. I'm sure you have a very Barack Obama-ish theory on how to address it, my guy. What would Barack do? That's what we should get some armbands and be like, what would Barack do? Maynard?
Well, it's not about Barack. It's about Donald Trump, right?
For the gun violence in our community?
Remember when Donald Trump was running for president and Barack was president, it was all Barack's fault. That's what Donald Trump said.
True.
Okay, so he's the president now, right? But here's the main thing that we got to see. I was having this conversation today. What do you call it when a white man shoots a white woman?
Domestic violence? No.
Crime. Call it crime. What do you call it we have got this, first of all, and this is maybe slightly different. I'm not necessarily suggesting that we should just allow this to occur. But what we should also recognize is that this moniker, black on black crime, is this hyperbole of foolishness that they are trying to label us as far more criminal than anyone else. White people kill white people. When the man went in Vegas, went to the top of the hotel and shot and killed 50 people, they didn't say it was white on white crime. They said he was a problem. He was crazy. He this, he that. They left it at the criminal level. It was individualized. They didn't say that Dylan Roof was indicative of all white people, but let one black child kill another black person and all is black on black crime. It's not this kid killed that kid. Crime is crime. If a black person kills a black person, it's just crime. But when they added black on black to this as somehow it's magical, then all of a sudden it became we are super predators. We're something to be more afraid of. I'm 48. I'll be 49 this year. I ain't been shot and killed. Most of my friends haven't. And almost none of my friends have been shot and killed. I do know people who have unfortunately died due to violence. But I'm sure several other people, white, Mexican, Chinese, or what have you, have also experienced that. And
I will say this, Maynard. Your guy, part of Central Park 5, I think his name, the tall, dark-skinned brother, Youssef, right? He was actually on CNN. He kind of said the same thing. He was talking about how we had to basically strip away that term of black on black crime, and that it is crime overall. And then we focus upon some of the effects of the crime and not so much focusing on of it being black on black, because that takes on a different life of its own. And when he gave that kind of conversation, I said, you know what, that does make a little sense. But whatever it is, I mean, we just, again, this is not new in our community. You know what I'm saying? We all know what it is. Even in Junction City, Kansas, back in them 80s, they was out there popping off, you know what I'm saying, in them streets. I mean, and I just don't know, man. I don't know how do we get past that particular cycle of that kind of, crime in our community.
We got to look at opportunity. We got to look at, a lot of what Ice Cube was talking about in his plan. And that's not everything, but that's a step in the right direction.
So when did we bump up Cube? When did we bump up O'Shea up into this status? When did this happen?
I don't think that we bumped him up. I think Ice Cube has pretty much have always been speaking out to this particular type of level. You know, he's always been very vocal in regards to, you know.
I think the thing is, and let's not take away from Cube here, but in fact add and strengthen what it is. The thing is, the black athlete, the black entertainer have always been at the forefront of our movement. It was Harry Belafonte that kept Martin Luther King and others going financially. Harry Belafonte was out here writing checks, and he was chartering planes when they needed to get places. Harry Belafonte did that, right? The entertainer. It was, whether it was Jackie Robinson or Muhammad Ali or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Jim Brown or now Colin Kaepernick or Wilma Rudolph or Arthur Ashe, these athletes have been at the forefront. And then you can turn around and look at other black actors and entertainers. They have been, in fact, leading the way. If we didn't have political power in many ways, we had to use what we had. And some of those things we had our music, we had sports, we had our art. And that's, speaking of entertainers, again, it was James Baldwin that said, how long? And he really was like, yo, we ain't got no more time. You took my grandmama's time, my father's time, my niece and nephew's time. How much time do I need for you to get it right? And James Baldwin sparked the nation to think differently. So did, Langston Hughes or Hurston and others. So I wouldn't poo-poo on what Cube is doing. It's very important.
Well, I was going to say, if he has been really, if we think about it, NWA was political commentary. You know what I mean? Absolutely. It was, so we all know his pen was, that was what it was. So again, I'm with you. But man, I'm going to say this and I'm going to be done with it. Even though I try to hate a lot on Bill Cosby, I was watching, he should be coming home soon. I think he only got to get another 12 to 14 months, right?
Yeah, they talking about letting him go in a minute, though.
Yeah. But there was a doc on Netflix about, it was a black, I think, Grand Prix driver. I forgot the guy's name, but one of the docs I was, watching, and he basically, they were trying to piecemeal stuff together, and, he was supposed to get to Monte Carlo, wherever the hell he was, and he ran out of cash. And Bill wrote that check. Bill said, yo, what you need? You need to go out here and make us proud. And I never hear that story about Bill Cosby. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was back in the 70s. I'm going to look the documentary up and let you check it out. But it's on Netflix with a black IndyCar or Grand Prix driver or whatever. And this was somewhere back like in the 70s where Bill wrote like about a $700,000 check. And Bill was like, yo, just go out there and win.
Right.
Oh, okay, Bill.
As we're talking about sports and, I'm saying Colin Kaepernick and black, athletes and heroes, the NFL is putting the Negro anthem in the first week of the games.
Hey, can you go to me first? Because I've been waiting on this part.
Yes. Lamont, thoughts? Why? You don't want to hear lift every voice and sing. Why can't we have our anthem shown?
Listen, man.
I
hate to say this, and maybe gonna jump down my throat. I'm starting to feel sorry for some of the white folks out here, some of our allies. Why are we gonna do that? Who asked for that? I don't want that. For what?
So
what are we doing?
You got a problem with, the NBA painting Black Lives Matter on the floor?
No, we're not. Come on, man. It's like we're not. It's kind of like the electoral college thing we talked about earlier. We're not focusing on the things that really matter. We're just doing a bunch of lip service because it feel good. Like Bank of America talking about, well, I'm going to put up $1 billion over 4 years. That's 250, what's that, 250 a year? That's peanuts. Between me, Maynard, and Spud, that's our overdraft fees for a year. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm not bouncing checks like that, my friend. No, sir.
No, but
sir,
on the
I
quiet,
can't afford that.
we're on the quiet when somebody told me how much they make off of overdraft fees, 250, that ain't no bread to them boys. So I'm saying, like, this is all a game. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what does that mean? That doesn't do anything. Like, bro, like, let's put our money up and get a team. How about that? Let's play that game.
I'm with that.
That's how you debate, Lamont. That's exactly how you debate. Very good. Once again,
sense.
Look, singing. It's a nice gesture. You're doing it one time.
No, it's not.
And that's cool.
He's throwing you a crumb.
No, what I'm saying is it's cute that they're going to sing the black national anthem. It's cute. It's a nice gesture. It's the exact definition of a pander. As Wilson Norman says, it's to pacify us. And I get it. And they're willing to give up a lot of stuff. But, we're going to give you the black national anthem. Oh, we're going to give you this.
Wait, for the first week.
You're not going to give us that reparation check,
though. Oh, I'm sorry. Whoa. It's only 1 week?
1 week.
It's only for the first week.
But where's that reparation check? That's what I'm talking. Give that up.
Yeah, it's not like the whole season.
No.
It's like, I'm gonna give you guys and I'm gonna give y'all the first week, and then the rest of the games, it's gonna be us, and y'all better not kneel. I'm gonna give y'all the first week. It's ridiculous, man. I mean, these are the things that are,
It's not even. It was this is the play, because they don't normally show the national anthem on TV anyway, unless it's a playoff or the Super Bowl.
We're going to get that one right. We're going to get all 6 cents,
play.
Right?
It's a ratings play. Oh, everybody black is going to be at home singing it all wrong. But they're going to be home crying, saying we overcame finally. And then we're going to forget all about pressing forward for reparations or equal rights or anything like that, because we got a national anthem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm sorry. Before we get to the cactus, can we talk about? So tomorrow is the blackout.
It's another one.
Tomorrow's a blackout.
Whoa! It's another one. Wait! I had to pick up my stuff from Nordstrom's. What time does it start?
No.
No, for real. I got to order some shirts, some dress shirts. We going back to work around here. My order come in the morning.
Did you already?
What time does it start?
Did you already order?
What time does it start? It's all day, Lamar. It's all day.
Well, Nordstrom opened at 10, bro. I got to go get my shirts, man.
Did you already pay for them?
Tomorrow's the blackout. 7/7. T.I. call for, all of us to not spend our money tomorrow. Anybody withholding their money, or are they going out and picking up $1, my mom would say?
Well, they already charged me, so does that count?
No, you bought it on a different day, so we might let you slide on that. You got to call T.I., though. Yes,
I'm not interested in the blackout. I'm good. I'm cool on it.
Why are you not interested in the blackout? I'm just curious.
It's what I was shopping today. I'll be shopping on Wednesday.
Yeah, but if we withhold our dollar for one day and they see the economic power we have,
you know what that sounds like?
Won't they want all of the Gucci's and the Nordstroms and the Neiman Marcus's and all these people? Won't they say, "Oh my God, look at all these black people.
Lamont,
the black people hold their money. We have to pay more attention to them."
Lamont, what was that movie, Harlem Nights, and they locked Danny Aiello into the look? They said they looking at the black people and said, "Look, we locked you into small sips. You gonna be back. You gonna be back."
See, so Spud, here's the other hole in that. And again, this is a hole to someone who understands, I think, economics and looks at the trends. We all know the data in terms of what we spend as a community. Trust and believe, MC Hammer wouldn't have been dancing with popcorn chicken if they didn't know that we spend money. You feel what I'm saying? They wouldn't be dancing and prancing on with the raisins talking about I heard it through. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't know. They know we spend money. When I say they know, Madison Avenue knows that we spend cheese. Everybody knows it. The Arab person in the store that's selling you a Lucy and a bag of ice for $1 to go with your pint of Hennessy, he know that we spend. So that's what I mean about spinning our wheels in terms of energy that kind of don't really make no sense.
Don't make no sense. And in fact, Lamont, just on Cube's plan, he basically outlined or he highlighted one thing. While advertising to African Americans went down 5%, black spending went up. I'm just interested in black spending. When are we going to start talking about black saving? When are we going to start talking about black investing? Spending is giving away your wealth. When are we going to start talking about building our wealth?
So, man, let me ask you this question. And Spud, give me this too. And I do remember this. As a child, and maybe this is just growing up in Detroit, there were a certain segment of young black men that thought it was a feat to make it to 18 and be alive and not in jail and and have several baby mamas, or even to make it to 21, or to be able to go off and go to the service, or even, God forbid, you able to go to college. That was an insurmountable feat, because I think psychologically, Maynard, we have been taught, like, you ain't really going to be here like that. So you got to ball till you fall. You feel what I'm saying? So when you ball until you falling, and you out here faking it until you making it, you know, and then you 53 years old and you ain't got 600, when the bottom fall out, is because you've been balling till you falling.
But you got some Mitchell and Ness throwback jerseys in the closet, though.
Come on now,
throwback
but I'm
jersey
guilty too.
You got some $400 Gucci slides, baby.
Yeah. So all of that, it's a cycle. It's a cycle that you're guilty of, Maynard, of promoting and putting this into the air. Spud, you have programmed young people through music to spin, fake it till you make it, pop the bottles. Lamont is surely guilty of being a part of that foolishness, of being in a much larger ecosystem that has promoted that for years. So, Maynard, you just can't wake up and be like, yo, we getting ready to save. You can't do that, Maynard.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you know, I think you can. I think the direction just needs the mentality. I mean, if Jay-Z, it didn't work, though. I was going to say, you know what I'm saying? If Jay-Z could tell you to go from a button-up, to a button-up from a jersey, but when he did 444, that didn't really work. But I don't know.
Not to the masses, but that was food for us, Spud. We was like,
food
yeah.
For us, it wasn't
yes.
food for something people that's got the money phone to their ear.
Yeah. You're not telling black youngsters.
Can we get to the cactus, or do we have time?
Let me run through it real quick. The cactus, everybody. I'm going to give the cactus to this woman over here. Her name is Liz Harrington. Let me just let y'all hear what Liz had to say for herself.
And it's very fitting that Joe Biden in this op-ed has the audacity to literally rewrite the greatest foundational document in the history of mankind, the Declaration of Independence. His woke staffers changed it to not all men are created equal, all people are created equal and are guaranteed equality throughout life. That is not a constitutional republic that we were founded on freedom of opportunity.
So what she's basically saying is, when they wrote the Constitution or the Declaration, that it said all men. And then Joe Biden's people said, you know what, we're going to take that to mean today as all people. And she said, nah, it doesn't mean all people. We don't mean for that. We mean for it to be back in those times when I was property of my husband, which she would have been Liz Harrington, when black people were slaves, when if you didn't own property, you weren't allowed to vote. So she doesn't want the freedom for all. She is, in fact, anti what the words are saying. Like, we want life, liberty, and life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for all people. But no, this idiot wants to go back to being a slave of some man. In fact, in that time, when they wrote that, if she even thought about speaking in the public square, they would have told her to shut up and go stitch a damn flag up. So she, tonight, gets the cactus. The cactus is brought to you by Rugged EVO. Get your beard game on, y'all. Get your beard game on. I don't have a beard, but I'm hoping that Rugged EVO is going to give me a hand when I get one. So there we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are out. Thank you so very much for joining us for this episode of Three Black Guys with the Mic. Again, make sure you go to ruggedevo.com, enter in 3 guys, lowercase, -001 and receive 10% off of your order. We will do it again next week. Do us a favor. We need this favor. We're tonight live. We're expanding our audience. So we are on live on Twitter. On Periscope, as well as YouTube, as Facebook. And we're going to hopefully be able to be on Instagram next week. Do us a favor. Share this episode with your friends, with your page. If you're watching us live, share this episode right now on your page. Also, go to youtube.com or go to our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. So, you know what I'm saying? So that way you know when we're going live. You don't miss an episode. Go to soundcloud.com/3blackguys with the mic. Subscribe to our SoundCloud channel and rate and review us on iTunes. That is the most important. Rate and review us on iTunes. Have a fantastic week. We'll do it again next Monday, 7 p.m. right here on Three Black Guys with the Mic. Peace.
Do you suffer from patchiness or irritation and want a fuller beard? Rugged Evolution features 16 amazing balms, oils, shampoos, and accessories. For more information, go to ruggedevo.com.
And remember, rugged is the new smooth.